Welcome, buddy, to Champagne and Conversation. How are
Mm,
you?
I'm fine. All we need is some cheese crackers and some. We need a little tray up here. Don't mind if I start slipping during at the end of this interview. I start listening now. I don't want to mess up your podcast with my drinking.
Listen, enjoy yourself. That's what we're here for. We might get a few questions answered if you have a few sips.
Okay. Well, I'm going. I'm a girl. I'll talk to you about anything, anywhere, any place. We old friends.
Okay. Yes, we're okay, guys. He's being funny.
Yes, I am.
Conveniently being funny. Yes, buddy jokes. Yes, we have comedian, actor, writer, buddy with us today, golfer. Now it looks like you just have taken up attorney, lawyer, what have you in your background.
Yeah,
So
I'm trying to look all official and whatnot. This
you
is the
did it.
right. This is where the genius happens in the office.
I love it. Well,
The
you're right about that, the genius, because that is
genius
definitely we're gonna
happens.
get into that. We appreciate you for joining us today on Champagne and Conversation, sir.
Hey girl, I'm just glad you're here and didn't, try some gorilla glue in your hair or something. I'm just glad you showed up with with your fly do already intact. You didn't need any extras.
I don't know if I would have gotten any help to get it out, so I can't do stuff like that. I think just
Well, I tried gorilla glue and this is what happened.
oh wow. Well, you should have warned her.
I should have. All she had to do was ask. I would have told her, don't
Don't
do.
do this. No. But listen, I just want to say one thing to you. I mean, I do appreciate you, but you didn't have to wait till after Valentine's Day to agree to be on the show with me. You could have, I
Hey,
wouldn't have asked you
listen.
for anything
I,
before.
look. A lot of side pieces got cut off on the 13th.
That's what
Yeah, a
that's
lot
what
of side
happens.
pieces got cut off,
You
and then
gotta
there are a lot
wait
of side pieces that didn't realize they were side pieces to the
until
15th.
Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
they know after. That's when they go, you ain't called me yesterday? No, baby, come on over today.
Well, look, I'm
Dudes
thankful
too.
for I'm glad we let that get out the way then. I won't even bother it anymore.
Let's drink to that. We still friends. We
Cheers, we
friends.
still friends
Yeah, there you
after
go.
it all. Yes, thank you. And what kind of cheese would you like with those crackers, sir?
Hey. Dude, hey, whatever you
We
got.
we got to do fancy cheese now. We can't
Are we
do,
fancy
the one
cheese?
in the can.
Hey,
We're
yeah,
not
we
doing slice and cut it in four. We're not doing any
see,
of
I
that.
was about to say something real ignorant.
I
I
know.
didn't want to say that. Yeah, you can send me some Velveeta. Do you have Whiz that is
That's right.
cheese?
That's what I was
Whiz?
expecting for you to say was the whiz. See, I know you oh too well.
Yeah, the Whiz.
Yes. Guys, we have a comedian here, and this honestly is, as I've said before, what I love. Laughter is so important. We have all been in this pandemic for over a year, and laughter helps a lot of the time to get the weight off, get the stress down, lower the blood pressure. And
Mhm.
I just enjoy you guys coming out and being able to sit with us on Champagne and Conversations and share some of the enjoyment that we all need in this day and time. So thank
Yeah,
you.
we need it. Yeah, because some of these people right now are realizing a lot of things about their confinement. One,
Yeah.
that they really don't like the people they are around every day.
Right.
They wish these kids would go back to school because now some of them are realizing, you know what, your kids ain't shit. That's what some of them are finding out. Your kids is no, your kid is not nice. He is the spawn of Satan, and he or she needs to get their little ass back to go to school. And of course, wearing these masks, a lot of y'all are finding out your breath is kicking. Y'all need to get these masks, breathe that in. Whatever it is you smell in that mask, that's your ass. All right. And you need to whatever you doing, you might want to throw a mint,
I was going to say
something like
anything
that.
you suggest for that. Any
I
mints, any kind of
a
certain
spray, mint,
mouthwash that you're
mouthwash,
representing this week.
whatever. Hey, halitosis is real.
It's real.
And some of
Okay.
y'all have just found out you have it, and it is chronic, just like this pandemic. So you need to get rid of it. Do whatever you got to do, But go on in there and get you some, even if you got to spray your tongue with poopery, whatever it is that's whatever it is, go on get that spray.
Not only do you have the pandemic, but now you have to deal with this situation.
Yeah. So yeah, there are a lot of things you finding out during this pandemic, because some of you are realizing, hey, some of you are realizing my job really don't need me. You know, some of y'all are finding out a whole bunch of stuff during this pandemic. Some of y'all are finding out important things about your spouses and your.
I was getting ready.
Some of you ladies are like, hey, some of you ladies are wishing your husband would be gone. You're like, you know what? I was so glad when you used to get the winter. It's got these dudes that can't play golf. They can't go to the gym. They just sit up in the house. You just looking at this awful dude.
It's not nice. We're supposed to be promoting love, not awful dude. Some of us are sitting home alone. So then what?
And that's even. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, some of you that's actually a good thing. Learn how to be with yourself.
Yeah, but I'm taking it to
love yourself, because some of y'all.
That is true.
In a confined situation.
Else from you.
Listen, look, this is like the Dawn of the Dead situation. You know, The Walking Dead. You know that old.
It's not that. Listen, no, it's not that.
You're starting to find out. All right, really? Do I really? If the zombie apocalypse really happened, do I want to be with this one? Yeah. Do I really want to be with this one? Would I really be with this one? And if there was a zombie coming, would I do this? Push this one down and keep going? Because there's got to be something better than this.
Did you experience this? Is this what you're sharing with us today?
Oh, no. I'm good. I'm actually, I'm feeling, I'm quite good in my, I've learned how to be a loner.
Yeah, it works well. You know, you're able to just kind of conform to your own schedule.
Come and go as you please.
Argue with yourself, talk yourself off the ledges, and
listen. And I talk to myself because, like my boy Rodney Winfield said, I like talking to a better class of people.
Well, that's great.
And I know
Would that be your left side or your right? Which one is the better class?
Whatever one I don't wake up on that side, I'll talk to the other one.
So now, does this assist you with your writing as you are preparing for shows and such? Is this an inspiration for you?
I think, of course, because you end up watching a little bit more news, and there's so much you're engulfing yourself in so much different stimuli from like the internet and the news and all that kind of stuff that you find a lot of material. So actually, it's been quite good for me as a writer. As a comic, to look at things and to go, okay, man, I can push this out on the internet and make a joke about this, or I can save this and write it down or try and incorporate it in some way into my stand-up act or into a script. And so there's so much of that. So I think it's been good on that behalf. I'm disappointed that Trump is gone. He was a joke machine. He was your
inspiration.
Oh my God, him and his followers, boy, they were horrific. Joke abound. And man, every time he opened his mouth, it was like, oh my God, let me write that down. Oh my God, who could be this ignorant?
So what was the last show he inspired? What were you writing and he inspired some good material?
Oh, I was right. As a matter of fact, I still write for D.L. Hughley, and sometimes I write for Kim Whitley. And so I was writing material for D.L. I send him stuff like every week. I'm sending him try this. So he's going to be doing a special soon. So we're going to use some of this material that we've been shipping him to, and hopefully it'll make the special. But it's just, the hypocrisy of it all, the ignorance of it all. It was just, it's worth its weight in gold. I'm sorry, some of these comics gonna be out of business because he's gone. They're like, I don't know what I'm
gonna pivot now. You have to pivot now.
No, I don't have any more Trump-horrific foolishness tonight. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? So yeah,
he still is around. You don't have anything you can pull.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. Listen. First of all, people that ignorant don't die. It just moves to another area in the
Or
house.
multiply. Yes, it will
It'll just move
continue.
around, and you'll find. Trust me, he's going. He's now that he's been sort of acquitted or whatever. It's coming back. The ignorance is on its way back. So you just hold on. Just hold your horses. I guarantee you, his people and his followers. It's not going away. Ignorance will be here. It's gonna be here.
Yes. So in the pandemic, I know that, a lot of you guys weren't able to go out and do live shows. Were you doing anything virtually, or you just specifically been writing for, you're writing the content for the other?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of more content creating for the internet. I mean, some people have done it. I'm not a fan, honestly, of the virtual comedy show format. It's just, I mean, people have asked me, buddy, just come on, tell some jokes. I'm like, man, nah.
Do you need the energy? Is that what's keeping you?
I got it. I'm old school. I need to be there. I need the mic in my hand. I need to hear the response, because some of that I feed off of that. And so I haven't been able to. I'll be honest, I'm not one that's done the virtual show thing. And I'm waiting till, as clubs and states and things begin to reopen in a fashion that you can go out and do stand up. I'm gonna go do that. I haven't done a lot of the virtual thing. It's just not.
You're not feeling that vibe. Now,
it's like
are you gonna get the shot?
Huh?
Are you gonna get the shot so that you can move around soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna wait just a sec. I'm gonna just see who has just a sec. I'm black people. I'm black people hesitant. I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it. I'm just black person hesitant. I'm like, okay, yeah, y'all go ahead and try that first. Let me know how. I never buy the Apple phone first. Okay. I'm never one of those people that gets the first Apple phone. I'm like, now y'all go ahead and work them glitches out first. Let me. Well, don't come, because see, there's no
return policy on that.
Yeah, or little patch they can give you. There's no patch they can send you in your internet to fix a horn growing out your ass. There's nothing. Why is there a hair follicle growing out my eyeball? I don't, so I'm like, I'm gonna wait till a few of my friends who are like, and I'm sorry I'm using them as guinea pigs, but like my cousin who's a doctor and my aunt that's the nurse, you like, okay, y'all let me know how it works out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I'm gonna work on this, I'm gonna wait till the summer.
So that's what I was gonna ask you. How long were you gonna
wait till the summer? Because it's gonna be, after a few of these politicians and everybody, and see, I'm figuring I wanna make sure that they get all of them. I want to see what all of them have, because I'm an old dude, so I've been taking all these vitamins and trying to keep myself young and looking good. I want to know what the cross effects are. Yeah, I want to know what the cross effects are for wait a minute, I'm taking 2 doses of cinnamon. What does this do? What is this vaccine gonna do if I'm taking all this glucosamine? I want to know how's it gonna work with my diabetes medicine.
They forgot to include that. Yeah, so now what?
Yeah, I want to know if I'm going to be if a hangnail is going to turn into a tusk or something on my foot. So I'm going to see. We'll see. We just have to. But yeah, I think eventually. Yeah. I don't want to be the last person like, I couldn't get it. Let me get it. I don't want to be that dude either. Like, please. And
they laughing at you.
Yeah, they be laughing. Everybody else
you should have gotten it. Yes.
Yeah, you should have gotten it. Now you got gangrene on your tongue.
I can hear DL telling you that. Should have gotten it.
Should have gotten it, Pam. I can't take you on there. I can't take you on the road.
Don't you?
What? I gotta get the vaccine. And there ain't no more. What?
And then you ask him, when did you go? Because you said you wasn't going.
You said you wasn't going. Yeah, well, I decided, I needed to fly. I need to get to these gigs, and I'm sorry.
Everybody done sold you out.
Yeah, everybody else done got it, and I'm the only one. Please, let me get a shot. You got to wait till next year.
You got 1 drop left to be able to
it's not enough. You like you're like a crackhead. Please. You've been licking vials and shit. No, I ain't gonna be that dude either. No,
Right.
I'm gonna get it. I'm
gonna need you to get in line soon. They have certain times that you can go.
Yeah, I'm gonna take myself doing it. I might do it on Instagram or do it on Instagram Live. Y'all, I am getting a shot.
Oh, you're gonna record this? Okay,
yeah,
so this is good footage for us.
Yeah,
that's
shot.
Good.
Stick my hand. I want to go and get the shot when it's like I can go somewhere and get it. I don't want to stick. There's something unsanitary to me about just sticking your arm out, the side of your car and getting something medically done. You know what I mean? It's
all of this, they have everything set up for you to do it. I guess it's better than going in.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, I get the field hospital idea thing, but there's just something, that's like,
But I think you can go to CVS or somewhere, not that we're promoting any specific place, but I think you can go to some of those places, right?
Well, I think right now, I don't know if there are any smaller venue. I mean, they still opening up stadiums and whatnot, to get the vaccine. You gotta, you just gotta go where it's like vaccines are happening around the corner. You just gotta go and see. I'm telling you, what I'm afraid of is pretty soon you're gonna be seeing dudes like, look here, you need that vaccine,
right?
Looky, I don't want no damn vaccine from you. And why is vaccine spelled VACCUEIN on your thing? I don't want that. I don't want your look. Why is your vaccine green? Listen, I don't want your no. Because it's gonna be some dudes out there. Look here, baby. You need that vaccine.
Right.
Oh, Negro, I don't want
that's the one you're gonna be stuck
with. Yeah, you're gonna be stuck. I want to get it before that dude, before Negro start getting the vaccine on the black market. Look here, man.
Everybody got to hustle. That's it. See?
You need that vaccine.
2 for 10. 2 for
10. No, I don't want it from you.
So I do suggest that you just go to the field and go ahead and stick your arm out the window and get it from a reputable source, okay? Exactly. That is going to be from me to you to please put that in your schedule.
And V, let me explain. I want to get it, but right now it's like it's the thing between. It's that thing like when you go and you see people selling that street meat on the street meat at the end of the night of the club, you go, it looks good. But I'd rather go into the restaurant, even though it looked good, that hot dog.
That's what we grew up on. So sometimes.
Yeah, but you now go, when you
now I'm 40 plus.
Yeah,
I don't know
you don't just test street meat. You don't just that's the way the vaccine out your car feels like. It feels like you eating street meat.
but there are technicians, they're registered nurses, doctors, whomever.
Some of those street meat people are real cooks. They're chefs. They're out there selling it.
You're right. So, that would be a food truck. It's a little different than the little.
You're like, it's like you're getting vaccine. I'm talking about the where it's just like the grill on the ground. Like you're like, nah, I'm gonna wait till I can go in the doctor's office and be like, hey, listen, doc. And I see him get the bottle out of another, he's got gloves on.
Take a long time to come back.
The doctor comes in like, listen, I got your vaccine. And I see him with the syringe that he opens up, and he I want if I'm paying for healthcare, I want all of the I want the stuff that goes with it. I want all of the pomp and circumstance that comes with going into the doctor's office. I don't want that healthcare from the step around from the dumpster. Nah, I'm good.
We're gonna hope and we're gonna pray that you get the right source, so that you can get this and get back to your daily activities before all of the scheduling is over and you're at Christmas and you're trying to get a show and wonder why no one's called you.
Why no one's booking me? Because there's a big you don't see it at clubs offices. They got a circle with a slash through your face like you didn't get the vaccine.
You didn't get it.
He
He
is
didn't get it.
vaccineless. He can't
Yes.
come.
Yes.
Everything. You trying to walk in restaurants like, oh, I'm sorry. You cannot. Can we have your picture here? Have you been vaccinated? And you're like, no, I just.
And more importantly, your golf courses. That's where your feelings will be hurt.
Oh man, listen, if they came up and they were like tested, like you had to, there was something like, magic wand. I'm sorry, Mr. Lawrence, we can't allow you to play it.
And let Roland Martin be there to record that.
Roland's fluffy ass. With his fluffy ass, he makes sure like, the alphas got tested already. Yeah. Yeah.
You dog. You dog.
And knowing his ass, he'll have vaccine in his pocket.
In his van.
Yeah. I got vaccine in the car. Me and Snooki are friends. You know what, Roland? You kiss my ass.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh yes.
You're gonna have a whole box of vaccine in the car. We're like, you can go out here.
Yeah. I told you what you do.
We can do a step off and see who gets the vaccine.
And you know what?
Hey, Valencia, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say it again on this. Roland is holding on to that little tape like it's some, it's some gift from God he got. But I'm gonna try to tell you, see, Roland don't want to ever tell the real story. See, when the song first came on, when Atomic Dog, you know what happens when cues hear Atomic Dog. We get up, we start stepping. I'd already been in a 5-minute hop when he stops and goes, oh, I know I can outstep you. And I went, okay, let's do it again. If you watch the beginning of the video, I'm already like this. I stopped. You
out of breath.
Yeah, I'm already out of breath. I'm holding my breath like this. I'm like, okay, go ahead. We can have a step off. And then he starts with his little alpha 2-step BS, and I'm already halfway huffed and puffed. And I'm like, okay, because I only got, listen, I'm an old school cue. I only got about 4.5 minutes of it. You got to get the first two. If you get the first two is going to be hot. But that come stop and start again. I'm like, hey man, wait a minute. This is no, wait a second. Yeah.
And that's on YouTube also.
He'll never let me live it down. That he tried to that people say he outstepped me.
Is that on your shenanigans on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on. You can go see that old foolishness on YouTube. You know what? I told Roland Martin, the next time we do another step off, I'm gonna just cut the food. We was out at the golf course. I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna catch him one day when we out, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna outstep his ass and show you. That's all. I just have to, because you can't win every step show. The Qs didn't win every step show. The alphas rarely won. They rarely won anywhere, but the Qs didn't win.
The alphas was just a different group.
Yeah, they was a different group. First of all, most of them was awkward, and they were smart and awkward. I'm not
saying that.
I'm saying that. You.
Buddy is a Q, guys, and he's talking about the infamous Roland Martin that's a journalist.
Yeah.
And he is an alpha, and they take their fraternity seriously. Okay.
Very.
So that's where we are right now. And you can catch this shenanigans on
YouTube. This on YouTube. We were out the golf course. It set off a little hop set because I've set out a hop.
A hop set.
Yeah, we set out a hop on the golf course, and it was to top, and he's gonna try to like step to Atomic Dog, because the music was playing, because he had music in the car. And so I was like, you know what, Roland? You know what? I'm gonna set this thing off right now. We're gonna set this hop out. And we set it off. And I didn't really go buck wild like I could have, but I was like, you know what? We're at the golf course. I had on my good, nice pants. I was trying to be summer. Fancy? I didn't want to. I was getting fancy with it, and I didn't want to outstep him out there because that would have been embarrassing. That he's a national figure. I didn't want to do that to him. All right, he got to go on. People have been calling this show, Roland, you got your ass toe down. And then I have to deal with his calling me and him crying. Well, we gonna step again. We're not, Roland. I won. We don't. I didn't want to do that to him because he's my friend.
Yes. So have you all been able to golf even with the pandemic? I'm sure you've been able to do a little bit, right?
Oh, yes. That's the one thing you can do.
You can do. Yes.
That's the one thing that was only stopped for a hot minute. They stopped golf courses from being open, but now it's the one activity that I'm glad I'm glad I'm a player now, that you can go out
Okay.
and do that. That's the one elitist, like
Yeah. I can't wait. Listen,
one
I'm
elitist
the
thing you do.
playing golf person there is. So I'm going to get out there real soon. I can do all the fancy stuff, the outfit, the clubs
Ooh,
match. That's
yes.
it.
Listen, listen,
Everything
you
else
just
is like, oh
listen.
gosh,
You
give her
just
a minute.
bring your cute ass and just ride around in the cart with me. That's all right. I just tell everybody, look, I got, look what I got in the cart. Yeah, go on, girl, go around there. Just go and twerk around this cart a little bit.
Not
Show them what
jerk
you working
around
with.
in the cart. Okay, well, I'm gonna make certain that I do join you guys for it. I'm sure they'll
Yeah,
be
come
like,
on
now
down
why
and
is
hang
she
out
here?
with her. Yeah,
Yes, I will.
I
And
always
I'm
like
gonna send you
beauty and
some
vanity in the
cigars.
cart.
I'm gonna
Hmm.
send you guys some cigars too.
Oh, yeah, there you go. See, girl, you
Yeah,
know
I'm
how
gonna send
to
those to you.
see. You know what? You gonna make some man very, 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 very. Somebody's gonna be treated special. I can feel it. There's something special about you. I knew it. I knew it. You sending cigars while a man goes to play a little golf. That is so special. You know what? Yeah.
I needed that. It's so emotional in this pandemic. So I needed that little bit of motivation.
Girl, you gonna make some man very, very happy when you send them out to the go. Hey, baby, go take these cigars. Go ahead and play. Go ahead. Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's a beautiful thing. That's
Oh
a
yes.
beautiful thing.
Definitely know how to make it happen. The experience has to happen. Yes.
Okay. But
Yes.
see, you know what? Every now and then, and it's good. Every now and then, you have a companion. I'll say that indulges in whatever it is you indulge
Yeah.
in, even if it's not every day, all the time. But hey, on occasion when there's when there's nobody else, you can, hey baby, what are you doing? Like, hey, let's go do this. And I think that's one thing. I think that's one thing this pandemic has also found. People have come together and found activities that they can do together,
Yeah.
and that's important. I think sometimes we miss that in relationships. I think people need to find activities that you can do together, and it's not. And I always believe whatever besides sex, and I'm getting there, whatever physical activity you can do together, whether it's walking or working out or scuba
Cooking.
diving or
Yeah.
cooking or
Yeah.
something, get in there and do it. And
Yeah.
I think that's one thing this pandemic is kind of, and I don't mean some uh mono mono thing where it's just like watching the movies is not an activity you do together. I mean, I get it, but it's not the same thing. I mean, you can't, it's like reading a book. We both love to read, but that's not something we do together,
Together. Right.
so I mean, that's
Interacting.
something you do and I do, and we enjoy the activity per se. But I mean, find something that you and your significant other or your partner can do together. I mean, and I know a lot of places like bowling alleys haven't reopened, but get out there and find you something you can do together. Find something.
Yeah.
And I
It's
mean,
important.
and being outdoors and whatever that is, go do it. Go do it. And
Yeah. I
you
mean,
might
to
need
your
one for
point.
winter and one for the summer. Go do it.
Yeah, to your point, when you be careful what you ask for is what we were laughing at before we came on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very much that a lot of couples were saying we were missing the intimate time. We never had
Right.
time together. So now here is the time. I mean, we've asked for a little bit longer than we thought, of course.
God will give you what you
Here,
ask
but
for. He heard my prayer. Lord, he heard my prayer and brought this Negro home to me. Yes, Lord, she
oh
is
man,
home. Mm-hmm. My baby's home. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now you got to be creative. That's
Better
exactly
be.
right.
And I don't care if it's Scrabble. You better find chess. You better find something. You
You
better
can do
out a
Twister.
video game you like. You better find something. I say learn how to play. Learn how to play World of Warcraft, or ladies, learn to get you some. You learn to play Madden online and whoop your man's ass in the other room. You go in one room.
Cute. That's cute. I do like that, even though I hate those games. But yes, no disrespect to anybody that plays them, but that is cute to play
Against
each other.
I'm telling you, go in there and I will whoop your ass on this Miss Madden. I'm going to the basement. You go upstairs. I will find you online, punk.
So you see, we see that you like to have a good time. And now, without being in the pandemic, what would you traditionally be doing? We know golf, we know stepping with rolling, but what would you do? You like to cook? Do you like to do any other activities?
Yeah, I'm an excellent cook. And I found out, I've got a few recipes. I'm not gonna lie. The other day, I finally perfected cornbread. I have perfected it. I made some cornbread the other day that I almost sent some home. Like to my sister, I was like, "Yeah, try this. You need to try this." I almost took it, wanted to take it into a restaurant and be like, "This is how cornbread is supposed to taste."
Not dry and crumbly.
No, not dry. Oh man!
Did you put sugar in it or no?
No, of course you put sugar. Come on, listen. It's not cornbread unless it's like it's bread, but it's corn. It's sweet. Cornbread is supposed to be sweet.
Yeah,
not supposed to be dry.
Not everybody likes it sweet.
No, I don't mean this was the perfect batch. I kind of found I found it and I put the right amount of sugar in it and it was on point. But I'm a pretty good cook.
Jiffy.
Yeah, no, I don't do Jiffy. No, Jiffy's that.
You did scratch?
Yeah, I made it from scratch. That's what I'm saying. That's how good. Hey, listen, it was the cornmeal, the flour, the sugar, the buttermilk. It was the little sweet corn. I mean, it's the cream style corn. I put it all in. I'm telling you, when I tell you this cornbread was off the chain, it was off the chain. And it went well with the gumbo I made. So see,
oh my gosh, is that what you made? When did you make gumbo?
I made the gumbo for New Year's.
Oh, I wanted some Valentine's Day, but we were snowed in.
Call me early, Valencia. I would have sent you. You know what? I actually have 2 bags. I made so much gumbo that I had to bag it and freeze it and put it in my freezer.
Oh wow!
So gumbo freezes pretty good. And then I took it out and I put it in the crock pot and let it. But you got to eat it fast when you thaw it out. You got to eat it fast. You don't want no bad gumbo.
Okay. Yeah, you.
Yeah, I say again. Your screen kind of froze.
Crawfish. Are you putting crawfish in there also?
Yeah, you know what? That's the one thing that I haven't found that, I mean, I'm sure you can find crawfish out here in California. It's not like every place else. So crawfish is kind of hard to find unless you go to like an international market and it's real expensive. Like the last time I put real crawfish in the gumbo, and some people are going, "Oh, then it ain't real gumbo." Listen, stop. The crawfish out here is very, very expensive. Like for a little, like I'm talking about maybe the size of like a cup of it, like a cup of crawfish. Like a cup of crawfish was like $25 or $30 for just like a cup. And I was like, you know what?
It's so inexpensive here. That's probably one of the least expensive things. We just can't find it everywhere.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's the one thing about, so I've made some adjustments to my California gumbo, but people who are from the South in Louisiana, they go, "Oh, buddy, you know what you're doing." Cause I had to add a little bit more shrimp, put a little bit more crab in it. I do extra things to make up for the crawfish, the missing crawfish.
Now, I know the Californians love the vegan life, and I watched you on a video that you were trying a vegan donut, which you were impressed by. So have you tried anything vegan outside of the donut?
Oh my God, listen. That is so funny that you saw that video. Yeah, because I
do my research.
Listen, V, let me tell you something. Some of that vegan food is, you might as well be eating a side of Big Toe. That it is disgusting. I'm sorry. Until they get some more Black folk that cook vegan, that know what they're doing, adding the right spices, then some of that food is I'll say it right here. It's disgusting. Well,
Latasha Scott has a book, and she was on Friday.
Yes.
And so the plant-based lifestyle, Latasha Scott has that book out.
I
So
want her
she
to.
says she has amazing.
I will look into her some of her recipes, and I will. I'm not down for not trying vegan stuff, but and I've moved away from like. Let me say, I've moved away from the black pork based.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Yeah,
pork-based
I
diet
think that's
person,
the point.
Yeah, but
It's
you get
those
away
things.
from. You have to find
Yeah,
alternatives, So
yeah,
like for example, I
yes, yes,
make
yes,
greens, right? I make greens, but I make them with smoked turkey as opposed
yes,
to pork, and I think
right,
they turn out just as good, So
absolutely.
I use different things, but yes, there are a few vegan dishes that I'm like, oh, okay, that was good. Like I had a where was I? I had I had some like this dish and then I'm gonna tell you I don't like the texture of tofu. Now, I don't like the
Yeah,
texture.
I don't either. I don't
Yeah,
either.
it's like eating a cube of cottage cheese or something. You're like, why am I eating this spongy? It's
This is for the health
disgusting.
of it. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's like
yes, yes.
I don't. If this the only thing that's gonna make me healthy, I'm gonna go
I don't
ahead.
want it. Right,
Yeah,
right,
you know what? I just ride this thing out.
right, right.
Look, I'm
My
over 50.
90-year-old aunt, she's good,
Yeah,
so I'm just gonna do it.
thank you. My aunt lived to be 90 years old, straight eating bacon, smoking, drinking. I'm gonna go ahead and
Lord,
go out. I'm going out like her. All right.
yeah,
And she
yeah.
didn't have no damn vaccine either.
Nor was there COVID though.
But no,
Yes,
I'm just saying that there's some things that the plant-based lifestyle, because some people don't even understand the difference, because there's a kind of a difference between being a straight up vegan and being plant-based in your thing. Because vegans, man, you're a real vegan, you're damn near a hippie. I mean, you don't wear no animal clothes, you don't wear no
yeah.
leather, they bout it.
Yeah,
Anything that
they're
has
serious.
anything that's animal based at all, they're not using, they're not touching, they read the labels. I mean, you really get into it, and that's like, I'm like, okay, that's cultish, and that's too much. You're doing too much. I'm gonna listen. You're in a cult, and you need to quit, because that's ridiculous. And I'm not
Yeah,
spending, and I'm not going in Whole Foods buying half a bag of groceries and come out spending $300, and I'm like, I got 4 items. This is
that's what Dougie said. You spend your whole check in
and
Whole
you spend
Foods.
your
Yeah,
whole check, and you can eat for about a day and a half. I
not
gotta,
even that. One night,
yeah. Like I spent
one
three
night, and
hundred
a leftover.
dollars. I spent $300 in Whole Foods, and all I had was like a
On the counter.
chicken. I had half a chicken, some organic fruit, and some juice. No, I'm good. No, I'm going down here to. I'm going down here
And
to
it was how much?
A&P. I'm gonna go down to the Kroger and get some. I'm gonna get these chips. I'm gonna get these multi-grain chips. How about that? That's what I'm gonna do.
You
Okay.
have Kroger in California?
Yeah, we have the
You have
equivalent.
Kroger in California?
No, at some places I think they do, but I think
Okay. Ralph's.
Ralph's, Vons. We have Ralph's,
You have
Vons.
Ralph's.
Yeah. So yeah, we have some. Wait, now what? Now you're
Yeah.
in Maryland, or where are you? Where are you? Because your number's Maryland.
Well, it's considered the DMV, but I'm actually Virginia of the
Virginia.
DMV.
Okay, right. Okay. See, V, let me tell you something. Now I love me some
Yeah.
DC.
But when I saw you last, we were in Baltimore.
We're in Baltimore at the I was at the Baltimore Comedy Factory
Yeah.
when I did the show. Yeah. Okay. See,
Yes.
don't be
Yes.
acting like I don't. V, come on now. Come
Yeah,
on
see,
now.
I just wanted to make sure that you were still real versed. It's been a long time.
Yeah, because I haven't been out. I haven't
That's
been to
right.
Baltimore in a while. It's
That's right.
it was. I think the last time that was one of the last shows before the pandemic that I did. I did a show. Me and Flex were at the. Me and
Chris.
Flex came. Yeah, and then that was I came with Flex and I came with Chris.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
been a while.
I missed it. I mean, this is like gonna be like the third homecoming. I'm hoping to have homecoming this year.
So yeah, let's talk about that. Howard alum. Are you
Mhm.
I know you're as extremely excited and proud of your alum VP. Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Howard
And
is doing it.
I've played that up that, you know, I knew her, you know, I know Kamala. We went to school together. You know, I've been playing up that, you know, she didn't have no my ass for
I was gonna say that's the thing.
but I was
Because this
playing
should
up
have been
anyway.
for you.
Yeah, me and Kamala, yeah, we used to have lunch together every, you know. No, we were. I knew her, and we had some really good mutual friends, and
Okay.
we were in school together. I knew her, and you know, as a matter of fact, it was so. My daughter reminded me how I introduced her to her. She was walking in the park one day, and I saw her, and I was like, Kim. She's like, what? She's like, buddy, oh my God. And I was like, oh, listen, this is my daughter, you know, and I was like, this is the Attorney General California. She's like, buddy, shh, shh. She's like, oh, I was like, oh shit. I was like,
my cover.
yeah, you gonna blow my cover. I was like, Negro, I'm walking out here with my bodyguard. I was like, oh yeah, I was like, Kamala, I'm sorry. I said, I'm so excited to see you. She's like, oh yeah, it's okay, it's okay. But yeah, she was walking in a place out here called Fryman Canyon. And my daughter said, you're not the lady. I was like, yeah, she's the night, you know. So Kamala Harris is one of the many people that were that was at Howard at the time I was there that's really made a name for themselves, you know, and have done big things. I mean, she's the big thing. but I mean, we're extremely great things, and we're extremely as an alum, I'm extremely proud of her, and happy to know and happy to say that I knew her, and I knew her when, and you know, so it was tough for me when people are, you know, like, you know, all these conspiracy theories, and people are like, you know, she's part of the Illuminati devil. I'm like, nah, she wasn't at Howard. She wasn't none of that in school. I mean, I saw her in the dorm. She didn't have no pentagram then. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know what you heard, but we were friends in school. So you there? Yeah, like, come on, man, stop with this this BS, man. You know, she was cool. She was cool. Yes. And so, you know, when you know people from back then, and all of a sudden people start saying this awful stuff about them, you go, man, you know, that's not cool, because, you know, I knew them personally. And so, you know, don't do that. You know, I mean, you're not being real. You're just repeating some foolishness. Yeah. And you know, because
at this time, let's just be proud. Let's just be proud that the administration has shifted, and we possibly can get some things done.
Thank you. Can we have a little woosah moment and a moment? Yeah, can we
we'll put Buddy out of work. He doesn't have anybody to write about. He can take a break.
Exactly. And all of a sudden, now my friend, you know, now my alumni, my classmate, now she the second coming of the spawn of Satan, because you believe some stuff you read on the internet. Like, come on, man.
You know how people are. They just have to have something. They gotta have something.
Yeah, and that's because, see, they sitting up in the house and they ain't got nothing else to do but get on the internet and feed their minds foolishness. That's why the Bible says you got to study and find yourself approved, but you can't be reading that foolishness. Yeah, let me go on this right-wing website and find out the truth. Come on, man.
Stay off of the website.
Get yourself a job. Get something to do.
That hobby that you wanted, go work on it.
Go work on it. So, listen, play Jenga by yourself. Do something.
So now, I'm glad you brought up the Bible, because you just taken me directly into my next statement with you. But on the DL show, when he was interviewing you, you made a very profound statement, and it's separate from the joking, but you said that you enjoy being able to write for others because it gives you a sense of, gratitude, gratefulness. You feel complete in a sense when you're able to give to others, not just from the gratifying source of you doing the jokes for yourself. And I thought that was just amazing, that even in what you have to do, and of course, everyone in your, in your world of of comedy, you're writing for yourself and everyone is going to the next level and next level, but you have had a sense of humble that it's not a big deal for it to be you that is constantly on the main stage and, you know, climbing yourself. You find it that you can kind of pass the baton to someone else. And I thought that that was amazing because of course, after that you added a joke, but but we'll start with the niceness of that, the beauty of that first.
Please.
I want to say that was very, very noble of you,
Thank you.
very humble of you to say that you really get a sense of gratitude from being able to offer that to others.
I do, and I think there is really truly something for me. It's just as gratifying when somebody tells me, "Buddy, that joke you gave me, oh my God, that hit." I was like, "Okay, cool," you know, because it makes you realize that I can own not, and this is the thing I get out of it. It's not only I can do it for me, I can do it for you. See, that's another thing, you know, it's like I can make you funny. I can make myself funny, but I can make someone else funny. And there's some sense it's like being a coach or a teacher. You're like, I gave them that. You know, I gave them that. And this is what a lot of them don't realize. I get more props when they tell other people, like, you know, Buddy Lewis helped me, or Buddy Lewis gave me some, like, Buddy Lewis is the person that, when I need funny, I go to, and see, that builds builds my cachet. I don't have to say anything. People just go, you know, hey, you know, because I got a few friends that are at the producer level and they're at the next level. And so you know, they know, and I know when they're about to do something, they're like, "Hey man, look, I got something. You need to come." Like,
that's called, you know, that's called your retirement. That's
because, you know, I know they're gonna call me. I know they're gonna call me, and so it's good to know that people rely on your expertise and they value your input on ideas and comedy. You know, and once you get like me, and this is the thing, I'm almost 30 years in this game. So, you know, a lot of people don't realize it, but you don't take advice from from a person that's been doing something for 5 years. If you want a doctor, you like, how long you been a doctor? You know, you don't mind having an old vaccines outside. See, it all come back to the vaccine. It all comes back to the vaccine. See, this is where we started, and it just see. This is the genius in the right. See what I'm saying? This is how I do it. I brought that all back. See, now
thank you so much. Yes, call me for the next writing, please. I'll be your
assistant. Thank you. So no, but I find it just as gratifying, you know, to be in front of a crowd of people and to hear gut bucket straight, you know, double over. That's just as rewarding as seeing my name at the bottom of some going written by. It's the same. I get the same thing. And that's because awesome. I've had
you have to be a certain being for that.
You know, it takes a certain level of I want to say self knowledge of yourself, you know, like I don't have to, it isn't always about me, you know, I don't have to be in front of the camera, you know, I don't have to be in front. I love it. And when I tell you, I love going on set and I love being on the stage and a microphone, but when I tell you, I can get a thrill of being in a comedy room and it's just, you know, the writers and I'm throwing out ideas and they're like, "Yeah, buddy, that's the one." You're like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, you go ahead, you use that." You know, I get the same thrill. And so, and this is the next thing, you know, because I think, and this is how I think this is how I've managed to maneuver in this business is you can't always, this pandemic just proved you can't always be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
You know, there was no way. There are only a few comics out here in front of the camera, and those were people who were largely superstars before this happened.
Right.
So, and I mean, most of the comedy clubs in LA are still closed.
Yeah.
So there's
So
no
you have
place
to
for
know
you
how
to
to
go.
pivot.
There's no place for you to pivot, like you said, and go and do stand up. So what are you going to
Right.
do?
Yep. You
And
got to be
so,
creative.
and if you're not, you know, a 30 something, you know, millennial influencer on the internet, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not eating cinnamon and doing no stupid stuff. You know, I'm not putting glue in my hair to make a name for myself. I'm not twerking. I'm not doing none of this. I'm too old
Oh,
for this.
okay. Okay.
So you know, I gotta find another way.
Yeah.
You know, I do a video every now and then. I do something goofy and silly, but I don't have time to do it like these kids do. And I wish I did. I wish I had time, and I wish I had the wherewithal to, okay, now listen, I'm gonna post this between 4 and 5, and this happens, and then I'm gonna have
That's
40
it.
listeners. And
You got it.
those kids had it down to a science.
Yes.
We didn't listen. I
You
didn't
had
have
a
a computer
landline.
until I didn't have a computer until I
You
was
had a
grown.
landline and a cassette tape. You had
Yeah.
to make it work.
You had to rewind that tape to get man, rotary phone. These kids don't know what a rotary phone is. Have you seen those videos where the parents give the kids a rotary phone and they be looking at it like, how do you dial? What is it? It's a phone. And you're like, man, if you don't get this ignorant baby out of here,
Right. And the phone sat in one room. You had to sit in the kitchen with the phone.
one room, and you
Yes.
can. I tell you where your privacy was at the end of that cord. It was private till your mama got on the other phone. Hey,
Aren't you ready to get off?
your ass off my phone.
Aren't you ready to
in
get
my
off?
house at this age? You're like,
Yeah. Haven't you been on long enough?
yeah.
Like,
You've been on this phone too. Mama, dang, ain't nobody calling your ass. Why can't I
this?
call?
Who is this? It's 8
Who this?
o'clock. Who is this?
Who this little nappy haired girl calling you? Like, why you embarrassing her? Yeah, you embarrassing me. I can't tell how many times I got cussed out on somebody's phone. Excuse me. Who is this young man? Young man, don't you ever call my house? Like, look here, lady, your daughter gave me the number.
Your daughter paged me.
Yeah.
I had to call.
Because your lonely ass sit up in there. Don't be mad at me because your daughter cute. You made her.
And I'm gonna be somebody one day.
I'm gonna be somebody.
So you better be glad I'm talking to her right now.
Yeah, talking to your you better be glad I'm talking to your crazy daughter. Hey, I'm telling you right now, that's another thrill, man. You get some of these people, you're like, yeah, you should have got on it. You should have hit yourself to this bandwagon. Hey, okay now.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to the Oscars this weekend. Where are you going to be?
Home watching.
Home watching, perhaps.
Are you?
I'm writing on the award show. Where will you be?
Good to see you.
Poor little girl. Should let your mama not put you off the phone.
Let me get on that rotary phone with you.
Yeah,
tell your mom.
Tell your mama
that's
that.
It. Yes, that's it. So after pandemic is over, your first wish, where do you want to go?
Oh, that is such a great question. Oh man, where would I want to be able to take a trip somewhere.
Okay.
I want to get on a plane. I want to be able to travel a little bit more. I want to be able to. And honestly, pandemic over. I want to go to a comedy club. I really want to get back to doing some stand-up work. So anywhere there's some stand-up work and I can travel, that's where I'd like to be. And then there are a few of my favorite restaurants I'm hoping that are still open. So many, sadly, so many businesses have closed down. They've gone away. Like out here, I don't know, like the famous Jerry's Deli is gone now.
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, it's a place called Jerry's Deli out here that was like, there were 3 of them and they were like the hangout spot at, because they were open till like 4 a.m, and all the Hollywood people, gathered in those spots and a lot of like small eclectic little spots where people used to go and eat, and you leave a club and you go sit there and eat. They're gone.
Wow.
And so Hopefully some of those places will remain after this is over, and you
Yeah.
can just go and, hey man, meet me. I'm doing a set, and then I'm going to go sit over here. Come on, man, let's have a drink, and
That's it.
that sort of thing. I love sports bars.
Yeah.
During the football season or whatever, you go and you watch a game with your friends. But and I mean, it's been tough.
It's been
Even though you
tough.
play golf, you can't go in the restaurant and eat. There's no sitting at the 19th hole and getting some drinks and chilling and laughing, and
Like you used to.
that's over. So
Yeah.
I think those kind of things are, and I don't know. It's cool watching the movies at home because everybody's they got their fire stick and they burning everything.
Yeah.
I'd really like to go back to the movies with a bucket
Yeah.
of popcorn.
Yeah. I was thinking about popcorn last night. Like, I sure would like to have some popcorn. So I get it. And it's not the same popping it in the
It's
house.
not the same thing, it's the air popping, and you're trying to be all vegan and don't want no
Not
butter
vegan.
on it. Yeah.
Vegan.
Don't put any butter on the popcorn. That's animal based
No,
dairy.
no butter. Just salt. Just salt. No.
Not, dry ass popcorn.
Yeah.
I want butter. I want to taste the butter.
I want a lot of butter in the middle, on top.
My hands
and then
greasy.
I want the Cheetos mixed in.
Yes. Come on,
I need all that.
Caramel corn, and I want it all in there.
All of that. Yeah. And the big drink that you should have spent $10 for, but
thank you. I want to go to that machine where you could just, I don't know if they have them at the theaters in DC, but they out here in Cali, some places they have the big old Coca-Cola machine that's got every brand of different kind of soda, and you can just stick your cup in there and go, I want strawberry, non-carbonated. But you push all them buttons and you be mixing, you be suicide mixing all that shit. And you got a big ass cup. You're like, I'm gonna tear this shit up. But I'm gonna have to run out of here and pee so bad at the end of this movie.
Yes,
hold my seat.
Hold my seat. Funny enough, Cine Bistro, which is one that's a little bit, it's like 21 and over.
Right.
That restaurant.
Yeah, I love that.
Open.
I can't wait to bring. That was the most fun. Where you go and you sit at your thing and you order food,
drink and have
drinks, and it's like watching the movie in the house. It's like, oh, this is an experience. It's in their big ass lounge chair.
Yeah, you be grown.
Yes, you straight up being grown up in the theater. I'm like, yeah,
I like this.
Yeah, and you can be impressive. Oh, we'll have 2 more drinks.
Yes.
That little brother and the waiter comes over, man.
Like we've got to be on time because they take our order early.
Yes,
so please make certain that we're there and we do all of that.
I want to go back to the theater. There's some like I saw one of the greatest productions, man. I don't know if you saw or got a chance to go see Ain't Too Proud to Beg, the Temptations theater. Oh my God. When I tell you, it was one of the greatest productions I've ever seen. It was incredible. So doing stuff like that, going to the theater every now and then, going into stand-up clubs, that was that kind of stuff I'd like to do again,
Absolutely.
and then, as being in a fraternity too, we had activities that we can't do, so I want to get back to doing some of it. We did a lot of community service projects that I really enjoyed, like our blood drive and as an Omega, we had the kids had a talent hunt. We're doing all that stuff virtually, and it's just it was some of the fun of it was having a little theater and the parents and everybody coming to see the production and getting your kid winning a scholarship. That was it's all that kind of stuff I like doing, and it's on hold.
Are you doing any scholarships, or are you helping out any families or individuals, artists and such right now during the pandemic?
I've tried, we went out and we, a group of my frat brothers got together. We don't have sanctioned events per se right now because of the pandemic, but we got together and we decided we were going to go pass out PPE. And I've tried to help some people that are in need. I've donated to some charities and some causes.
Okay.
There's some friends who were like, "Hey, man, I'm struggling," because some of my
Yeah.
friends helped me.
The friends,
You
you're
know,
right. Just
yeah, it
the
was
friends
like
and
some of my
family.
friends came through. It was like, "Buddy, I got a little job for you." I'm like, "Oh Lord Jesus."
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Cashing in one of my lifelines. Thank you.
Yes, I use one of my lifelines. You know, and this is something else I like to do. I didn't go often as I should, but I want to go back. I want to go to church. You know, I want to go back to church, man. You know, I like virtual church, but it's like a comedy club. It's like, and you know, sometimes you get distracted in virtual church. You'd be like, okay, Pastor, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and run and get me a donut or something off this table. And you'll be leaving feeling bad, like I do not want to hit him.
Well, on TD Jake's virtual church, you can do Zoom. So as you're doing Zoom, it's like this, but you're not getting up. So you have to sit there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you're gonna sit there and you're really not gonna be drinking water and all that.
Yeah,
so that'll keep you focused.
Yeah, you gotta turn your camera off. Like, okay, I'm just gonna get
No,
off.
you can't even turn it off.
Oh, so you're stuck.
You're not stuck. You're in the house of the Lord. You're in the house of the Lord. You're gonna sit and you're gonna pay attention and just like get your little mints. And then your Bible, virtual, your online Bible, whatever you're gonna do.
You see this look?
And you're gonna sit and pay attention. Shh. Don't make any noises until they tell you to.
Okay. I bet you this one don't work. Turn to your neighbor.
Sunday we was up turning around. Yes, we get up, turn around.
In your own house, you don't have to bring a friend. Okay.
Tell your virtual neighbor that this is gonna pass. Buddy Lewis, we have enjoyed you on Champagne and Conversations. Thank you so much.
Listen, I appreciate it. I'm glad you invited me. Girl, you know what?
Absolutely. Cheers to you. We cannot wait till you get back out on the main stage. Please keep us posted on your next big event. We're going to look forward to it by summer once you get the vaccination.
Right. And please watch this February 25th. The show I'm on, Millennials, will be airing on All Black channel, All Black. Which is formerly UMC. So please check it out. There's some really, really talented people on the show. We're gonna have a ball. So please watch the show. And we're gonna get back out here and we're gonna keep it moving. So if you wanna laugh sometimes, go to all Buddy Lewis jokes on Instagram and Facebook and check me out. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Cheers, baby. Listen, you take care of yourself. When I come to the DMV, I'm gonna let you know I'm coming, and you bring you and some of your little pandemically friendly friends that are
they've been vaccinated.
They're vaccinated and they cute. Don't be vaccinated and you got gorilla glue in your hair. Come to my show, Valencia told me you said no, I didn't. I didn't say nothing about you. I didn't say nothing about you.
Her told me. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, B. Thank you for having me. You have a great day. All right, and take care. Get vaccinated.
Now that you've told me, we'll see what happens. We'll think about that. I'll go when you go.
All right, I'll meet you there. I'll see you at the clinic.
That doesn't sound good. See you at the clinic.
It didn't. It didn't sound good, but you know what I meant.